YouTube, what's going on, guys? Long time no see. Today we're going to be doing something extra special. But first, we gotta say hi to Shuba. How you doing, Shuba? Yes, fantastic. Always great to hear from Shuba. Anyways, as you all know, we have a brand new Arc System game on the horizon. So I want to take a look at every single character that was showed off in the actual trailer itself. Now, playable, there's only 5. But I did see a few other characters in the beginning of the trailer. So I want to take a look at every single one of them. I have some things set up here where we can kind of read the bio of each character and see some videos and some clips. So we're going to be dedicating this entire video to learning who are these characters. Now, before I get started, I did a little bit of research, and Dungeon Fighter Online is a traditional MMORPG. It's been around for a long time. It's made by some South Korean developers, and it's a very, very, very popular MMORPG in the East. And with that being said, the MMORPG doesn't have character names. They have character classes, and those character classes expand to other classes that are more powerful and way cooler. It's pretty traditional of MMOs to do that. So I'm imagining that they will be introducing characters that are classes and not characters. Unless they change something. They might actually name these classes specifically for the fighting game. Who knows? But in the meantime, there are certain classes that have female and male versions of them. So I don't know if they're going to be classifying those characters as female fighter and then male fighter, or if they're actually going to be naming them. Who knows? As for the time being, at the release of this video right now, we're going to be naming them female fighter, male fighter, all that good stuff, okay? And with that being said, let's get started with the playable characters. The first one we're going to be looking at is Male Slayer. So here I am in the official website for Dungeon Fighter Online, and we're going to be learning about these characters through here. The first character, like I said, is the Male Slayer. There is a female variant with other classes and with other cool designs. So we're going to be reading off the bio and possibly looking into the video. It says a swordsman possessed by a demon called Kazan in their left arm. He is the character that, of course, was showing up in the beginning next to the female fighter. When they were fighting against each other, he had that big old claymore in his hand, and he had that big old suction cup type special move, and he had a big old red hand, or arm, I should say. It's possessed by a demon for some reason. The Slayer has a deformed demon-possessed arm shackled tightly with an iron chain. He combats mainly with one arm because the other demonized arm is tied tightly with chains. One-armed swordsman, and I imagine those special moves that you see from the trailer are because of the demonized arm. That's pretty cool. And of course, you can take a look at the character story of the class itself. I imagine there's lots of different context and lore behind all these characters, but I do want to just give a brief overview of these characters. Oh boy. He's really in trouble, ain't he? Oh, the demon. And by the way, this is all in Korean. The language is in Korean. Oh, that's not good. He was just a child, and the demon somehow invaded his arm. Oh, he was dreaming the entire time. Yeah, there's the sword. And I think in the trailer, his vest is off. But it's still shackled. Oh, it's not as shackled as it is right now. So, yeah, the designs are going to be probably a little bit different in the game compared to the MMO. But we'll see. He does look cool. Look at him. Give me a Soul Bad Guy type of vibe. Oh my god, that's the follower notification. I apologize. Someone followed me on Twitch off stream. Very nice, and that's kind of his little intro there. These are his character or class advancements, so he can grow potentially into any of these classes. The Blade Master, the Soul Bender, the Berserker, Azura, or the Ghost Blade. All these characters could possibly be potential candidates to come into the game, so check these out. Next we have is the female fighter, and the female fighter appeared next to the Male Slayer in the trailer, and she reminded me a little bit of Jam. A lot of shoulders, a lot of different kung fu type moves. Who knows if she's actually going to play like her, but I do like her design a lot. Love the long flowy hair. Even the colors kind of remind me a little bit of Jam from Guilty Gear. But for the time being, let me take a look at the bio here. A disciplined warrior who seeks the true might. A disciplined warrior who fights using her highly trained body as a weapon. There are a lot of fighters training institutions around Delos Empire. Fighters are widely known for grafting nen with martial art and mastering art of striking. I imagine grafting nen is something to do with the world itself. It's a specific type of martial art or something like that. But anyways, yeah, she's basically a martial arts master. So let's take a look at the actual video. All right, female fighter training right in front of a waterfall. That's good. Training. Uh-oh. Oh my god, so they gave her up, huh? And then she grew up to be a weapon. Look at that, she could chop a tree with those heels. You know what I'm saying? Karate chop the ground. Oh, and they died. Oof. Oh, she pissed. They died. Damn, she came back from and they died. Ooh. Damn, that's sad. Yeah, the sad backstories. They're sprinkled everywhere. Oh, look at that. Oh, the master that actually adopted her practically. Raised her to be a weapon. That's awesome. She's just a badass fighter now. And she has to go set out. She's basically female Ryu. That's cool. This game's version of Ryu, kind of. And the master. So that was the female fighter story. Pretty interesting one. And these are her advancements, the Nen Master. And all these advancements have different types of stages. So they have different designs altogether. So there's the Nen Master, the Striker, which looks really cool, the Brawler, and the Grappler. Next up, we have the male fighter. And the male fighter was actually fighting against somebody else in another clip in the fighting game. But as you know, it doesn't really show the same design. So is it a different design for that? No, I come to find out, I found that down here in the advancements is the Grappler. And the Grappler, this is the Neo Awakening Grappler, the Second Awakening Grappler, and this is the Grappler that we saw in the trailer. So I am imagining that we are going to be getting names like Fighter, Grappler, or so on and so forth, but we're going to be getting different variations of them, so we don't get to use the whole female-male fighter thing. The Grappler, the one that we saw in the trailer, is a variation or an advancement from the male fighter. So, like I said, we'll have to wait and see how they're going to be dealing with the whole characters and how they're going to be doing the different classes, I should say. But this is the first stage of the Grappler class, and that's who we saw. I'll still read off the bio because I still do want to take a look at a little bit about what the character is. So, a gifted warrior who tries to prove his might. Fighters have learned basics of combat since childhood in the Suju province and transformed those techniques into various martial arts when they arrived in Arad. Unlike the Suju province, where there are only Nen masters, fighters branched off into different disciplines such as strikers, brawlers, and grapplers. Fighters generally have longer reach and aggressive movements. Cool. So this is a little bit about their play style and how they have a faction, and those factions get separated into different sanctions. And those are the strikers, the brawlers, and the grapplers. And we saw that the grappler is probably going to be the one that we see design-wise in the game. Next up is the gunner, and the gunner is a similar story to the male fighter. The male gunner is actually the ranger in the story, or in the trailer. So this is basically the character we're going to be getting, the Ranger. Lone survivor from the Lawless District who has fancy kick moves and revolver skills, rapid and showy battle style with combination marksmanship and acrobatics, which is kind of what we saw in the trailer. It's really cool. Shooting all over the place. It was awesome. And just like the male fighter, I'll go ahead and read off the one for the gunner. An Empyrean warrior who handles firearms with expertise. Due to Bakal's anti-magic policy, the Empyreans advanced their technology with metals and developed deadly firearms. Warriors who were proficient at using these firearms, named gunners, appeared in the Empyrean. They mainly wield dual pistols, but do not hesitate to use melee attacks with their long legs. So basically, these dudes are freaking super swagalicious when using their guns, their dual pistols, but also get down with the kicks, you know what I'm saying? And I really like that because I love characters that have kicking play style. So we'll see some flips. We'll see some really cool sweeps. We'll see some cool kick attacks probably. Maybe like a Tatsu or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. Last but not least, we have the female priest. And this is the character I'm looking at the most because she looks super badass, by the way. Just to let you know. I thought it was really, really cool that the priest, the female priest, had the dude hung up at a pole with fire burning everywhere, and she's having like an execution or something, or she's lecturing him or something like that by, you know, slicing his nuts off or something. So I thought it was really cool how they showed her off in the trailer, so I'm really interested to see how she's like. So anyways, a saint who carries out the prophecies of the divine. A girl who overcame her past of losing her family to familiars as well as suffering from heretics. Through the power of faith, he eradicates evil and protects her allies using the power of faith and light. Cool. All right. Oh, God. Where are... Oh, my God, that's bloody. Ooh, yeah, she lost her parents to something, and those are probably the church. Damn, that's a nice church. It's gotta be a nice church. Anyways. Oh boy. Oh, darkness. Nothing but darkness. All right. So they took her in, raised her. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Look at that. Poor girl. This one's a little bit longer than normal. Ah, jeez. She's just not motivated. That's it. Revenge. Gonna John Wick 'em, you know? Revenge. Oh, she wants to. Oh, they probably give her something bad and brainwash her at that point. Probably. Oh, God, that is... Yeah, that's... That's... Yep. That seems... That's what a healing circle looks like, you know? Not satanic at all. Nope. Yeah, it's probably not the church. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe in this world it is. You know? Alright, she drinks the Kool-Aid. And she's getting powers now? Maybe? Oh, God. Well. Oh. Oh! Hey! That's the church! No one? Okay, though, so there is a God. Alright! There she is. Alright, now we're talking here. Alright. That is cool. Okay. So then they take her in and they raise her to be the character that we see in the game, probably. Yeah, is she wearing the armor? Probably not. Actually. Great trailer there. Great trailer. But the character that we actually saw in the trailer was the Inquisitor, which is right here. This is the Inquisitor. This is the second awakening of the Inquisitor. This is the Inquisitor that we saw in the game. All right, so which is an advancement in the class of the priest. I know I kind of broke my own rule here, but I did really want to take a look at the priestess or the Inquisitor's origin, which is really, really cool. Anyways, this is probably the character that I'm mostly going to be interested in until another character shows up. Probably a gun character. If they do reveal a gun character like the female gunner or a variation of her, I will definitely be picking that up. Unless another character like a grandpa character shows up. I like grandpa characters. And those are all the characters that we saw gameplay-wise. However, if you take a look a little bit at the beginning of the trailer, you get to see a few other characters. So let's go through these one by one, shall we? The first character we actually see in the trailer is the Inquisitor. So she is already in the game. No need to worry about that. The second character we see is either the Agent or the Hitman. One of those two that we see, he's jumping off the wall. And from what I can see there, it's either the Hitman or the Agent. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Agent. The third character we get to see in the animation portion of the trailer is the Lightbringer class, which is the first awakening portion. Here is the second awakening, or the fully evolved. It looks like a paladin of some kind. But it's really cool to see a sword and shield character. It's going to be reminding me a little bit of like Tsubaki, or like even Sophitia or Cassandra in like an anime style, which will be really cool to have a sword and shield character. I would really like to see how they pan that out. The fourth character we see is Kunoichi, or the ninja class character, which is a branch or an advancement from the thief class. And the thief class is actually really cool in general. I think the thief class is fantastic. They should actually put in the thief class over the ninja class. But we do get to see the ninja class or the Kunoichi class, which I'm guessing we're going to be getting that instead of the thief. Last character that we get to see in the trailer in the animation portion is the Impaler. And the Impaler is an advancement or a branch from the Demonic Lancer. Now, this character, I think, is going to fill the needs of all the edgy guys, or the ones that really want something a little bit more, edgy, I guess. But he's reminding me a little bit of Gro from Soul Calibur 6 a little bit. But he's going to have a lance, a spear. But the Impaler is the last character. So who knows? We might see all these characters come into the game. Now, are they going to be bringing in these characters? I don't know. But we did see them in the animation, which means that that could possibly be part of the intro of the game. They might have that part done or semi-done, and they showed it off in the trailer. So we might get to see the Impaler or the Kunoichi or the Lightbringer or whatever in the future of this game. The more this game gets revealed, the more we'll know about the character. And that's basically my little overview of all the characters that we're going to be seeing in Dungeon Fighter Duel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, comment in the comment section down below which one of these you guys want to see in the game, or which one of these are your favorites. If you guys want to see more characters that could potentially make it into the game, I'm going to leave the link in the description down below for all the characters that show up in Dungeon Fighter Online. I'll be making a future video of the characters that I want to make it in, the ones that weren't in the trailer, and I'll be making a video separately from this. I enjoyed it. So for the most part, the Inquisitor is definitely the one that's speaking to me right now. Anyways, take it easy, everybody. If you guys do want to, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers. The more I think about it, the more out of breath I get. It's like I'm running a marathon. I don't know what it is, but the sheer thought of having 6 digits on my subscriber count kind of just like, God, there's a lot of people actually. That's a lot. That's a large number. Subscribe to the channel for more Dungeon Fighter Online or Dungeon Fighter Duels. I'll be probably checking out the game on my live stream, so if you guys want to follow me there, I'll probably be checking it out one of these days. But in the meantime, we'll keep covering Dungeon Fighter Duels until the game comes out and we'll get to play it. Anyways, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.